Hi there YouTube, thank you for joining me on another vlog. It's actually starting to feel like spring could be on its way. It feels a lot warmer today. The freezing cold weather has finally gone. It's very cloudy and overcast, look, you can see. Although over towards Plymouth doesn't look too bad, but here, Dartmoor, it's cloudy and overcast. So I'm walking in an area which I haven't been on before, so I'm heading into that wood there behind me. So hopefully this will be a productive outing in terms of getting photographs. As you can see behind me, look at all this beautiful, well, I think it's pine forest. That's what it looks like. Looks beautiful. I've just got to find a way to get in it because there's a fence all the way around it. I'm pretty sure you are allowed in it. I hope so. I'm going to have to find somewhere else to go if you can't. Right now I'm in the wood. The cloud is actually breaking just a little bit and there's a little bit of light cutting through, and just looking around me there's some beautiful trees in here, look, and they're all covered in lichen and moss. Yeah, it's lovely in here. So fingers crossed I'll be able to find something really nice to photograph. There's a nice tree there, beautiful tree there right behind me. The trouble is it's obscured by another one and it's got a fence directly behind it, which I don't really want that in the frame, but I'm hopeful that in here, look around me, I could find something that's going to be good. See, look at this tree here. Look at it. Look how beautiful that is. So as you can probably see, the area I'm in now, I've come into a totally different part of the wood. It's mostly pine woodland, and everything straight away, the greens are much darker. Obviously the trees are huge. The tricky bit is going to be finding a composition. Now, just over about 100 metres that way, I can see there's a sapling that stands out from the pine trees, and I think it's probably either a beech or a birch, and it's still got lots of beautiful orangey brown leaves clinging to it. So what I might do is head over there and have a look at it and see whether or not that would make a nice photograph. I'm not sure whether the tree I was talking about is actually going to work. Now I'm closer to it. There's a huge tree at the side of it, and then the other side of it there's a kind of tree stump sticking out the ground, and then in front of it there's loads of branches and debris on the floor, which looks quite messy. So I don't think that's going to work, unfortunately. It was the leaves that caught my eye. They look really nice, beautiful bright yellow leaves sticking out like a sore thumb in this forest of dark green. But no, that's not going to work. So we'll move on and let's see if there's anything else better that we can find. Looking up to the left there of that's my right arm, isn't it? But I was actually pointing to the left, you see. So yeah, I do know my left from right. Yeah, there's some trees up there that look quite interesting, so I'm going to head on up there and see what that looks like. I like the tree, beautiful tree, but I need to get the right side of it to make it work. If I go on the right of it there, there's quite a bit of sky up that way, which doesn't look so good. Maybe if I get the other side of it pointing down into this dark pine forest, that might look better. But the tree itself looks beautiful. So I'm going to have a walk all the way around it and see if I can work it into a photograph. From this side of the tree, it looks great with the darker pine forest behind it. So because the background's quite dark, I'm able to shoot quite deep. So I'm at f11, ISO 50, and that's giving me a 1/6 of a second. I've focused on the bough that's nearest to me. So yeah, that looks beautiful. It's the contrast of that sort of really vibrant bright green against the darker greens in the background, and then just behind it there's some kind of leftover goldeny brown leaves from autumn. So yeah, that looks really nice. Quite happy with that. Couldn't resist shooting this tree here that I found. It's just, well, it looks incredible. It almost reminds me, kind of reminds me of like a sort of, I don't know, like a giant spider or a, yeah, that's what it brings to mind. So that's what I've got framed up, as you can see there. And there's the tree there, look. And look at it. Look all that, how those limbs sort of twist, as almost those, how those tree limbs come out of the ground and then they, I don't know, they look like spiders' legs to me. You probably can't see it, but you probably think I'm talking absolute rubbish. But that's what it looks like to me, is a giant green spider made out of wood. Yeah. I think maybe I spent far too long wandering around these places and I'm going a bit mad, probably. Anyway, let's talk about some settings, shall we? Everybody loves settings, don't they? It's all about the settings. So f11, ISO 50, a quarter of a second. Now the f11 aperture is the sweet spot for most lenses in terms of sharpness. It gives me some nice depth of field. I've got a 2-second timer on. My focus point is the tree limb that comes out of the ground and then almost like a knee, doesn't it? It does look like a knee. Definitely looks like a knee. So that's what I'm focused on. And I'm underexposing by a whole stop. Yeah, I really like that. Now I might mess around with it and sort of try a couple of different crops to see if I can. There's a little bit in the far corner of the frame, far right hand corner, where there's some messy looking twigs and branches creeping into the frame. So I might just kind of mess around and crop it a little bit to try and get the best out of it. But all in all, I really like that. I think it looks quite good. Right, I'm going to end the video there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little excursion out onto Dartmoor. I'm not getting up here very much these days. Thank you for joining me. Hope you like the images. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. And if you give me a thumbs up, that helps too. And I'll see you in the next video.